If you have severely dry skin and you've not found a foundation that works for your skin type, Makeup Forever just released a new foundation that might be a game changer. Alrighty, Makeup Forever sent over the new Hydra-Skin Glow Skincare Foundation. Now, I didn't pick out these shades, so neither of them I think are gonna match me. I mean, this one looks pretty light, but I mean, I'm like transparent at this point.
I'm so pale.
But I still feel like that's too light. So I'm gonna mix these together and try to get as close of a match as I can. But we'll see what we can do, okay? All we can do is try. This was their original Hydra-Skin foundation, which I've used in the past. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. As of right now, I'm kind of in the middle with it. And like, just so y'all know, people's opinions on products can change over time. As it stands today, I'm like, don't love it, don't hate it. It is what it is. Now that I've lived in both Florida and now Texas, I'm more of a dry skin kind of gal. I used to be more towards oily. Now I'm definitely more dry skinned, so I'm definitely more of like, I need a lot of hydration to my skin. So I was actually just talking about this product in this week's beauty recap, which I do every single Friday. So I just talked about this collection and I was like, you know, this brand doesn't really excite me, but I would like to try this product. And then it literally fell in my lap. So here we are. So since this product is all about hydrating really dry skin, I am going to prep my skin with a little bit of the One Size Beauty Secure the Glow Tacky Primer. This is all about hydrating the skin as well. I just feel like these would go really well together. Okay, so with the sponge, I just dampened it and it got a little bit bigger. It's very strange. It's the texture of it's very odd. The bottom is kind of like a weird silicone and the top is just kind of like a softer version of like a beauty blender, but like very odd. Not in a bad way, of course. So I'm just gonna mix some of these on the back of my hand. Since this is a skincare foundation, it's definitely going to be much thinner, and as you can see, it's very runny. I'm just gonna mix these together with my finger. And let's start applying and see what we get. This foundation claims to offer buildable medium coverage with a creamy, lightweight feel. The foundation is ideal for normal, dry, mature, and sensitive skin types. The Hydra-Skin Hydra Glow is not just a foundation. It mimics the hydrating effect of a sheet mask by combining makeup and skincare. It says that by using a Hydra-Skin Booster Complex with Hyaluronic Acid, it's a skincare ritual all-in-one product that works to smooth, plump, and brighten skin instantly and over time. Am I impressing you that I'm applying foundation while also reading something at the same time? Now this says that it'll provide 24-hour hydration and glow, which of course I feel like we all kind of want that. This says it's going to give you a natural and luminous finish. The foundation is undetectable, making your skin look like skin, but better for a flawless, radiant complexion. Okay, now let's actually pay attention to what we're doing. But honestly, I didn't do too bad of a job. So far, so good. And not gonna lie, this beauty sponge is absolutely blending this into my skin like butter. The serum consistency of this foundation is absolutely making this blend in so smoothly. It really does give that undetectable skin-like finish. It really is that your skin but better vibe, and I really love that. Some people, yeah, prefer that really heavy foundation look where it doesn't look like your skin at all. They want that blank canvas look, that really heavy makeup look, and that's fine, to each their own. I personally do prefer when it looks like I have a little bit of makeup on. Like, I want it to look like my skin has been improved noticeably, but not to where my skin looks really heavy or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind if you notice that I have makeup on. I just don't want it to look like I've dumped, you know, a bag of concrete on my face. You know what I'm saying? What? You get what I'm saying. As long as the majority of my redness is covered, my pores are blurred a little bit, maybe some of my 5 o'clock shadow is gone a little bit, minor imperfections, things like that, just overall skin enhancement. As long as that's accomplished, I'm happy. But if you've known me for any amount of time, you know that for me personally, skincare and skin benefits is more important to me than virtually anything when it comes to beauty. Like, I love skincare more than makeup. Skincare is so important to me. I have been on my own personal skincare journey since I was like 13 or 14 years old. I'm heavily invested in my own skincare routine and skincare products and just what I do for my skin. So having a product that has skincare so heavily incorporated in it is really important to me, because you have so much added benefit to just wearing that foundation rather than just improving the look of your skin from the foundation point of view. Does that make sense? I said view kind of weird. So far, my first impressions of the Hydra-Skin Hydra Glow Foundation are as follow. The foundation texture is nice. The consistency is very serum-like, of course, so it's very runny, so keep that in mind. That is usually how it's gonna go when it comes to serum foundations or anything that's gonna combat really dry skin. You're almost always gonna have that very thin consistency. Nothing wrong with that. It applied beautifully in person. It's definitely giving skin. I can see up close that my pores are absolutely blurred. I see literally no pores. The coverage is definitely medium. I definitely do believe that if I wanted to build up the coverage even more, that I could apply a second layer of foundation, and I do believe that it would build up further. I don't personally want that in this moment. I think it looks beautiful. I could throw this on right now, walk out the door, and feel completely comfortable and confident in what I look like. I do agree with the claim that it's undetectable. I do think I could walk out to a grocery store and nobody would know that I have this foundation on. So if you're worried about people knowing you have foundation on, this is something that you wouldn't have to worry about. It also is very lightweight. It does not feel like anything's on your skin. But we're not done yet. I am going to do a little bit of a quick wear test with this. So I'm going to finish my makeup. I'm going to film another video. I'm going to do some editing and I'm going to check back in, I don't know, several hours. So be right back. Okay guys, I'm back and I have a lot of final thoughts on the Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow Skincare Foundation. That's a mouthful. I mean, first off, disclosure, if you're like, what's going on with the eyes? I just did a little Valentine's Day tutorial. So like, spoiler alert, here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So actually starting off with the sponge, I was a little critical of this at first. I think this is actually amazing. This applied and blended out my foundation like butter. This is actually super amazing. And dare I say, this is so far one of the best beauty sponges I've ever used. So I'm like, sorry, Thirsty Lemon, I might put you to the side for a hot minute. This is really nice. So before I get ahead of myself, like I said, I put on the foundation and then I have since then put on a full face of makeup. I set it with powder and setting spray like I normally would. I like to, when I do especially a foundation review and a wear test, I like to keep everything, all the variables as accurately, you know, in line as I normally would with any other routine. That way it's as fair as possible, because what's the point of a review if it's not fair? Duh. But since then, I've actually filmed 3 different YouTube videos. I've done a bunch of editing. I've cleaned up stuff around the house. I literally made dinner. And I've had this foundation on my face for a total of 7 hours and 16 minutes, which I think is more than enough time for a wear test. In person, it still looks really, really nice. I'm seeing a little bit of separation here on my forehead. That's not too big of a deal. Around my nose, there's definitely some separation, especially on the side. I'm seeing a little bit of extra separation over here. It's breaking down a lot right there. I'm definitely seeing a lot of breakdown right here. I think a lot of people typically see product separation or breakdown in their T-zone. That's typically where we're most oily. I'm definitely seeing it a lot in my T-zone. Under my eyes, it's not too bad. On the rest of my face though, I definitely think it looks nice. On the rest of my skin, it's looking like skin. It's looking okay. I think for basically 8 hours, plus being in front of studio lights, plus sweating, plus running around the house, plus doing all these different things, it is holding up nice. I definitely am impressed with this. It's not holding up on my skin as well as some of my other favorite foundations. For example, my Holy Grail Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect Foundation. I have 0 problems with that, and I can wear that for like 12, 14 hours. I can film even more, even longer. I can do a lot more, and it just has a lot more staying power, but it's not jam-packed with skincare ingredients. It has all those additional benefits. So it's like one of those toss-up kind of moments. But I think for this foundation, for what it's worth, is very, very beautiful. It performed rather well in my opinion, and I do think it's fine. I have not touched up my makeup in any way, so I forgot to say that. I have not touched up my makeup in any way. So take all that as you will. Overall, for what this product is, what it claims to do, how it performed, I would give it a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me. 7.5. I also did forget to mention that this comes in 32 shades across 4 shade families, 3 undertones, and it retails for $47. This will become available in North America on February 8th. Now, comparing the Hydra Glow to the original formula, I definitely like the Hydra Glow much, much more than the original formula, for sure. I'm definitely interested in knowing your guys' thoughts and opinions on this formula. Have you tried the original formula? Would you like to try this formula? What do you think as far as my opinions on this? Do you think the $47 price point is appropriate? Give me all of your opinions, please. But that's all I have for you guys in today's video. Please make sure you give it a big thumbs up down below. Don't forget to click that big red subscribe button so you can join my YouTube family, and I will see you guys in the next one.